You're listening to Internationally Unfiltered, the podcast where nothing is off limits and everything is unfiltered.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Oh my God. I've missed you guys. It's been too long since we last recorded. This is my therapy session. I really missed you guys. This is a part of my routine now.
Yeah, definitely.
Same.
I feel like it's been so long since we recorded just because we kind of like fell out of schedule, but like we're now picking it back up. So this is so cool.
Actually, the last time we recorded was the Drunk Pod episode.
Yeah.
That was a whole adventure for you, Vilma and Madison.
that was fun. It was really
Wanna
fun.
elaborate on that experience? We wanna know.
The reason why it was so like funny for me is because I got to see how she is like in person, and Madison always says, "Oh, Vilma is much more different in person." Madison is too, because Madison got that crack energy like crazy. But
You bring it out of me though. Like
it was so
I
good.
like I'm pretty good at like connecting with whoever I'm with in person. So if I'm with a chill person, I'll be chill. But if I'm with someone like Vilma, I like feed off of her energy.
Yeah,
and
getting sweet.
Bounce off the walls a little bit. So for those that don't know, Vilma and I got to meet in person for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And we also got to meet another friend from Twitter, Mo, who was on the Drunk Pod episode last week. So that was like a really cool experience. That was probably the first time I've ever like formed a friendship online and then met them in person.
It was so fun.
Oh
I
my, it's
had a
been
fun
2
time.
weeks.
Yeah, it's like you think about it and it feels like it was just yesterday, but like it was really 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah.
Oh, wow, already? My
Yeah.
God.
and I'm like ready to go back. I miss Madison.
I'm ready for you to come back.
You know what it is? I think I just miss cooking for her because her reactions were always so funny. She'll be like, "Bitch, what is this? Oh my God."
Because I like use a microwave. Like I don't cook at all, but I haven't really used a microwave since you've left me.
I'm so fucking proud. I'm
Thank you.
proud.
And my food game has like increased by 100%. It's still not like, great compared to your cooking, but it's a lot better for what I've been.
Okay, I'm not vegan, but since I know Vilma, I've been eating a lot more plant-based.
Yes.
How she makes, okay, so you guys have to check out the meals she's cooking because they look incredible. So like, I want to eat it.
You know what it is? When I first went vegan, I was like, fuck, like you guys know I'm Dominican, Puerto Rican, and Cuban. So it's like food for us is like the biggest thing in our culture.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
biggest thing in our culture. So I was like, okay, how I'm gonna incorporate, a plant-based diet, but still keep it the same way that I have been eating before. And literally, I was just like, okay, it's not that hard. I just make everything I used to eat, just without the meat or any animal products, and turned out better than expected. If anything, I learned more about like different spices and herbs. And y'all just go vegan. Just go vegan. Just do it.
I mean, I do the same. So like, I just did the same. So like, I didn't even do much research on it, which you shouldn't really do because you should do research.
Mhm.
But I just literally switched the meat, and that's all I've done.
I feel like going vegan with Vilma is easy because she's
Exactly.
gonna like that Latino flavor is out of this world.
It's so good.
I don't know what that was.
I can't even explain.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Anyway, go
Like,
vegan
this
and
is-
I'll give you recipes. Go vegan.
But I also feel like this week for Vilma in particular, like it was a little bit of a moment of a low and so much of a high, and I'm so glad because you deserve
Yeah.
all the happiness in the world.
You guys do
This
too.
week for you was like,
You know what?
yes.
These last 2 weeks were just insane because when I left Madison's, I was going through like a really rough patch, just like on my own. I didn't really talk about it much, but I was going through a really tough time. And then a week after, like a whole change. I was like, whoa, like the universe is definitely sending me a message, and I appreciate that. But
So funny how it works like that. I feel like the universe like balances itself out sometimes.
Absolutely.
always.
I feel like you have to experience your lowest to experience your highest. So like
Definitely.
when something bad happens, so that's why I keep telling myself, if something bad happens or why a lot bad happens. I always say that's something like preparing me for something good.
Definitely.
And that's exactly what happened to you, Vilma. And like, I'm so excited.
There's a saying in Spanish that goes, there's no storm that lasts forever, and there's not a body that can handle a storm that lasts forever.
Yeah.
So after the storm, there comes greatness. So that's
So much
exactly what happened to Vilma. So
Yeah.
I'm so
and
glad.
I'm just gonna quote like one of my favorite Kid Cudi lines: "The universe never lies."
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes, never lies.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love it.
can we just say what happened to you, Vilma? Because we just hyped the whole thing up, but we didn't.
I feel like you guys are just itching, and like everyone else that's listening that knows what
know.
happened is probably like, "Bitch, can you just fucking get to it?"
Get into it.
Get into it. No, that's Madison's line. Where's Madison at?
No.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm over here cheesing like mad hard. My palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
I know. Like,
I mean, I know that day was amazing for Vilma, but it was also so fucking amazing for us. And we were
holy shit.
just like
I-
secondhand amazement. I mean, holy shit.
I loved
Are you
it.
kidding me? I was watching the sunrise. I was up till 6 a.m.
Dude, I since that day happened, I have not stopped smiling. And every now and then I just get like this burst of energy when I think about it. I'm like, yo, like I'm ready to just attack the fucking day. Like, let's go. Okay, so for those of you wondering, or for those of you who already know, last Sunday I met the Dolan Twins, and I also met Ryan. And I
Sorry, I just like let it out.
like just let it out. Let me let it out. Okay. Let me just bring it back in. It was a fucking bomb. Honestly, why am I shaking? Why am I nervous?
Okay, so how did it start? Like, how did you even tell them how
From start
you
to
got
finish?
there? Yep.
Okay.
Who
Okay.
pushed you?
you guys did. You know what it was? I don't remember who it was, but someone tweeted, "Oh my God, Ryan is in New York," and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! Like, I have to go see him. Like, I have to go meet this kid." And at first, I'm like, you know what? Like, let me just stop, wishful thinking, because it never works. Most of the time, like especially here in New York, like you think you're gonna do something and it just doesn't happen. It's whatever. And then somebody else tweeted, "Oh my God, the twins are in New York." I'm like, get the fuck out. I have to go now. And I immediately, went to our group chat, SB, shout out to SB. And they're like, "Bitch, what the fuck are you doing home? Get up and go." I'm like, I'm still in pajamas. Like, should I go? Should I not go? At some point, like, even when I was showering, I was like, fuck, like, is this a good idea? Should I go? Because I didn't want to go and then waste my time, and because that was going to bum me out even more. But, you guys pushed me, and you guys were just like, go, just take a chance and just fucking go. I was like, all right, fuck it. I go. And luckily I'm not that far from the city, and, I already live in New York. And I'm just going to fast forward. I walked so fucking fast. I have small legs, so I have to walk double. And
Means she was running there.
I was practically running there, but I felt like it was a sign, because I had Google Maps helping me out, and it said your time of arrival was at 3:33, and I was like, okay, bitch, that's it. Like, it's gonna happen. But yeah, when I got to the block, I saw the truck, and I was like, get the fuck out. Are you kidding me? And I was already on Snapchat, like this huge group call with the girls, and I lost my hearing because these bitches were screaming. And I was just like, nah, I refuse to believe that's it. So I walked down, that's the truck, and I'm like, fuck, like that, like they're already getting tattoos. I'm not gonna be a fucking psychopath and just start like throwing myself against the window. I was like, all right, I'm gonna chill, like whatever happens. About like 5 minutes later, there's like this bench in front of this deli that I was sitting in front of, and I was just sitting there, I was chilling. Grayson walks out, and I didn't notice it was Grayson until I looked up, because like for a second he looked like any regular dude. I was like, okay, like that's just somebody else. Sorry, Grayson. Sorry, Grayson, if you're listening. You're not a regular dude. But I looked up and I like looked down at Snapchat, because I was still on the video call, and I was like, guys, Grayson motherfucking Dolan just passed by me. They froze, and you guys were like, get up, and I'm like, what do I do? Like, I'm scared. So he went inside the deli. For like 20 seconds, I was like, yo, do I go in? Do I stay out? Do I go in? Or do I stay out? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. A bitch could use some water. So I walk in. And he was like picking out like some sort of like protein bar, obviously. And he was like picking out like some other shit. And my dumbass, I never really had a situation where I met I guess you could say a celebrity, but whatever. I was just like, hi. Yo, I regret it so bad because this kid looked up at me like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, hi, I'm Vilma. Oh god, I hate it. But he was really cool. I was like, how are you? I was like, I can't just give him a handshake. So I was like, do you want to elbow bump? Oh my god, I'm cringing.
Elbow bumping.
Oh my god.
Elbow bumped him.
Vilma just went and elbowed Grayson.
Oh god. I hate it. I like he was so cool about it.
Respect for you.
He was like, oh hi. Like he was so cool about it. He gave me an elbow bump and I was like, how are you? He's like, I'm doing well. I backed away a little bit. Okay. Just warning for everybody, I did keep my distance. I was not all up in this boy's space. We're still, dealing with the pandemic. I still, remain my 6 feet. We had our masks on, so relax. But yeah, he went to the checkout dude, whatever the fuck that's called, and I let him do his thing. And then I was like, hey, just before you go, like, can I get a quick picture? And he was like, yeah, of course. Like he is so sweet. He was so cool about it. And I guess he was in a rush because he had to go back into the tattoo shop. So I was like, all right, I got my picture. I sat down. And, what came after was expected. I freaked the fuck out for a good 10 minutes. But what had me, so shocked is that, okay, this is not a diss. Okay, first of all, I'm 5 foot tall. This dude is like the Empire State Building. He is so fucking tall. And what got me is that, I guess on video and in pictures, he looks so buff, but in person he looked pretty, not slim, but fit. But the dude is still muscular. This is not a diss.
Blocked.
No, fuck, I just got blocked. I don't mean in a bad way. It's just I guess on camera he looks wider is what I'm trying to say, but the dude is still chiseled beautifully. Okay, moving on. So that was Grayson. A couple minutes after, Ryan came out and he went to the store as well.
Jesus, what the fuck is that? He went to the store.
The reason why I'm laughing is because the way I said hi to Ryan, I want to shoot myself in the foot. He goes in the store and I'm just sitting and I'm telling the girls, oh, Ryan just walked in, but I'm not going to that fucking store again because that guy's gonna start thinking that I'm weird. Ryan comes out and I'm like, you're Ryan.
No, you did not. You did it.
Yo, it was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be like, hi, the same way that I did with fucking Grayson, like an idiot that I did. But I was just like, you're Ryan.
God. And what did he say?
Was like, oh, hello. This dude was so shocked. I felt bad. I got this dude out of the left field. He was probably
you feel
same reaction. And I'm like, hi, I'm Vilma. When I said hi, my idea was, don't fuck this up. He said hello. I was surprised. He shook my hand. I was like, what? What? No social distancing? That's okay. All right, fine. And right away I was like, do you want some hand sanitizer? He stood there for a while. We talked. This dude is the most friendliest guy on earth. I mean, he made conversation, and at some point, I think he needed to go to the ATM machine or get something. I don't know. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm just gonna sit back down and just watch him go. And he was like, hey, do you want to come with me? Let's go take a walk.
Oh my god.
My heart went to my motherfucking asshole. Because at some point, it didn't feel like I was just with, oh my god, Ryan. It just felt like I was with a friend, a buddy,
You know what? I'm not surprised. Ryan gravitates that friendly,
honestly,
kind energy.
100%. And he honestly, I felt like, you know, we've been friends for a while. Like we're just walking and talking. And I remember like I forgot to hang up. Well, I wasn't allowed to hang up the Snapchat call. So like everybody is just there watching, and I could just hear like very quietly, oh my God.
Okay, as a listener of this conversation, I have to say, you were so like calm and collected when you were talking to Ryan. It literally sounded like two best buds just like walking and talking about tattoos, and just it was like the coolest thing. Like Ryan seemed like the coolest guy.
He was honestly the coolest guy. And like what I really appreciated is that he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to like make comment. He could have just said hi, bye, take a picture and dip. But he made conversation. You know, he made me feel like I was a friend, or, you know, we known each other. He made time. And, you know, it's something that you don't see a lot in people nowadays, especially like, you know, social media influencers. So this really meant a lot. And, you know, he was cracking jokes, and, you know, at some point he was like, all right, I have to go back inside, but, you know, if you're still around, like, we'll, you know, talk more. And I was like, dude, like, God bless this guy. Like, I honestly adore this dude. And that was the best experience for me. Like the fact that he stood around, he made jokes. That dude called me short. You know, Ryan, if you're listening, you know, fuck you. You called me short.
Well, he was right though.
He was right. He even came for my phone, because at some point, he took my phone to talk to the girls on Snapchat. So Madison, Keishla, Beka, and the rest of the girls in SB, which is our, you know, it's our gang, our group, and our gang. And he like walked to the corner. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I guess I have no phone then. I'm just there watching him like walk away with the phone. I'm like, oh, you know, like 5 seconds ago I had a phone, but now I don't. And even with that, he was like talking to them like if he knew them, and it was just so dope to see that.
He was so nice. He like took your phone. I was on the call, or like on the like Snapchat thing, and he like took time to like actually look at us, say hi to us, talk to us. He like showed us his new tattoo. Like it was like the coolest thing. And like at one point, Morgan just like so happened to pop into the Snapchat video. She had just woken from a nap. She pops in and she sees Ryan's like talking to us, and she just loses her shit. Like you should see her face.
I hope you screen recorded that.
Screenshots.
I don't know if I screen recorded it. If I did, there's no audio. I'm so sad about it. But she just is like losing her mind over it. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And Ryan was like the nicest human.
He was just honestly like this. I never ever had an interaction like that. Like a person like usually when I met the Jonas Brothers like years ago, like I got a picture, they said hi, bye, thank you for supporting, boom, they left. But like this dude stayed, and like to me that'll mean
I'm becoming
like,
a Ryan camp.
Like same honestly.
Ryan's saying hi.
But it just means so much to me because like he made the conversation. He stood there, like he didn't have, like he could have gone and just been like, all right, whatever, but like he came back and he made a conversation. You know, he was cracking ass about my height, he was cracking ass about my phone. You know, iPhone 8 is not a bad phone, it's still a good phone. You all right? He came from my phone, he's like, oh, you still have that phone? I was like, you know what, dude?
Boy.
You know, I was like, you know what, fuck off. Like and just FYI, this dude's hand is massive. Like, okay, well then again, I'm a small person, so everything to this dude is just huge compared to me. But like, I will never get over it. I honestly,
when I
like
on
you
the
guys,
video chat, I saw you put your little foot up next to his shoe, and it was like half the size of his foot.
Yeah.
And then your little baby hand was like barely like
I know,
covering his hand. It was so fucking cute.
I know, like, yeah. Ryan's taller than the twins though, I think.
I honestly, I didn't realize that. Like, I just couldn't.
We were on cloud nine. Forget it.
I was just looking at it. I was just like, all right, they just, at this point, they all tall. I have to look up. I almost break my fucking neck. You know, these fucking giant ass Empire State in the face ass. Like, I just, you know.
No,
But-
like honestly, Ryan radiates this like friend energy. Like he's the kind of person you want to be best friends with.
Oh,
And like
100%.
this experience just made me even more like think that I want to be best friends with Ryan. Like he is just awesome. He makes you feel welcome on Twitter or in real life or
Yeah.
everywhere. Like he's just the kind of person everyone needs in their life.
100%.
His energy is on another level, really. On social media, from what Vilma says, out of social media, his energy is something that the world definitely needs.
It's beautiful,
especially during times like this. So yeah.
Like at some point, like when we took the picture, I was gonna keep my distance. I was like, oh, like hold on, let me just back up a little bit. And he's like, oh, you're fine. Like you have a mask. And I was like, oh my god. Again, like this is like little things like that is what makes you can see like the person's character. You feel me?
He's like humble.
He's just a humble dude. He's such a good dude. Like honestly, like. If I can go back and like relive those moments, I would, because it's just amazing. Because, you know, we spend all this time like talking, you know, reaching out to them like online and everything, and not once thinking like, oh my god, I might actually meet these guys. But you know, when you actually are in that moment and they are exactly that same person, if not more, dude, there's nothing more you can ask for.
What about Ethan? What happened with Ethan?
It took a while to meet Ethan, I guess, because he was, you know, getting like tattooed the most.
Yeah.
But it was so. There's some parts I'm gonna keep, you know, to myself, because, you know, for those of you who don't know, Ethan and my late brother, they just have this like similarity, and like every time I see Ethan, like part of me sees my brother Ozzy. And I had to hold myself together. I was like, don't cry. But like, part of me was like, oh my god, like I can't believe it. Like I wanted to like run and hug this dude and just like see if like the hug felt almost as the same as my brother's, but obviously, you know, I couldn't do that. But again, he was so sweet. He was so kind. Like no complaints. Like honestly, seeing Ethan starstruck me a little more than meeting Grayson. No offense, Grayson. Dory to the moon and back, but there's just this like, it's just this personal thing, and I couldn't find the words. At some point he was gonna walk back in and I was like, wait, come back, and I like, you know, asked him for a picture. He, you know, he agreed. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm like, now that I'm like talking about it, it's just insane that these things even happen. Like I never expect these things to happen to me. Even when I was on my way in, like on the train, I was like, watch this shit not even happen. Like I'm going there, fuck it, it's a nice day, I'll probably do some food shopping, pick up some stuff while I'm still in the city. And to see that it actually happened, and it's just damn. But the real
like your
oh, go ahead.
No, it's just I feel like your experience with Ethan and Ryan was different compared to Grayson's, because he was the first one, like Grayson was the first one you met and you were quite nervous. So like Grayson, like seeing Grayson was like an icebreaker. So that's totally makes sense.
No, I mean,
just glad that you took the chance and you gave yourself that chance, and you took a leap of faith and you actually did this. Because if you didn't go, or like the girls didn't push you to do this, then you would have regretted it.
I would have regretted it. I would have regretted it. But the thing is that though, again, like when Grayson walked past me to go to the store, for a second I was just stuck. I was like, oh my god, like that like this dude that I've been seeing on television is now here in person. Like what the fuck? And on top of that, you know, let's be fucking real. Let's, you know, remove the elephant out of the room. The dude is fucking gorgeous. All right. So so obviously, you know,
sorry, I had that in me.
I had a, you know, in a regular heartbeat, my shit was like boom, blah, 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 like it was just fucked up. And you know, after, you know, meeting Ryan and like talking a little bit, it definitely helped the nerves, because, you know, at the end of the day, they're regular human beings. They're the same as you and me, you know? So it's like, you're gonna be starstruck for a little bit, but you know, you let that shit go, because I'm all about first impressions. So for me, it's like, if I leave a good first impression, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm the same.
The best part of like, well, after Ethan went inside, the thing was, I was supposed to go back to work, but, well, not necessarily go back to work, but I had to, I had to report to something that was going on at work. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. They'll understand tomorrow morning. Fuck it. YOLO. So I didn't go. And the best part didn't happen until after they were done, because at that part, you know, we got to talk a little more. And dude, I guess. Okay, so I'm still so nervous talking about it. Get into
Literally,
it.
I'm sweating. Like I'm reliving the moment.
Itch. Me too. I'm sweating. My palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti. Okay, so they were getting ready to leave, and at that point I was like, you know what, Vilma, is now or never. You have to just fucking say it. So my dumbass, I go, yo, Gracie.
Nice, smooth.
I know. Yo, who the fuck was I? Anyway, I walked up to him, and as I'm walking like up to this dude, I'm like, why? He's getting taller and taller and taller. Fuck. So, immediately I was like, listen, if I don't say this now, I'm gonna be, kicking myself in the rear after. Like, I have to get kicking myself in the rear. What the fuck? Anyway,
Are you good?
I'm not okay, as you can see. I walked up to him. I was like, okay, look, if I don't say it now, I'm gonna regret it. I'm just gonna say it now. I'm a musician, and I always wanted to work on a song with you, whether it was a cover or we work on a song or something, but it's always been something that I've constantly thought about, just for the simple fact is that, like, I know he plays a couple instruments as well, and I felt like I've connected the most. Like, with Ethan, I have like the whole thing with my brother, but Grayson is like, I feel more of a music thing with him. So I had to ask him. I was like, listen, it doesn't have to be now. It doesn't have to be anytime soon. But like, I would really love the opportunity. Like, if you just like consider it, even think about it. Like, I'm a musician. I want to be a singer one day. I want to do all these things one day. And it'll be so dope if like one day I could just work on a song with you, or just a cover song or anything. Because, music is just so important. And he was like, do you have anything up online? I was like, I have like little samples and bits and pieces here and there, but I was like, I definitely will like try to compose something so we can like work on it. And he was like, yeah, like that sounds great. This is where at this moment my heart stopped. He's like, what's your Twitter? I'll follow you. I had to stay cool because I wasn't gonna be like, bitch, but I spelled out my name, all chillax, all everything. Inside, y'all know how I am when I'm excited, especially Madison. Like, she's seen how I am. I was bouncing all over the fucking place, but in person I was like VILM, like spelling out my name. And I didn't believe that it would like that. He would even do that. He didn't have to do that. I thought that was so sweet of him to do that, but to think that there is even a possibility of him saying like, oh yeah, like, yeah, let's like, send me something and we'll see, or like we'll see what we can do. Like, that will always, like, I swear, if it ever does happen, if I am just that lucky, like, oh my god, dude, can you imagine? Like
even
To address the elephant in the room.
No, like, even if he would just listen and give his honest opinion
on my music, I would
so much. Because honestly,
yeah.
like, I'm not saying because it's you, but your music is so beautiful. Like,
Exactly, that's what I
love
say.
him to hear it.
Thank you. No,
Like, I'm not Grayson, but your music is fire, period.
Yeah, like, honestly, a lot of the times when I make like oftentimes I'll put like little samples of music out there, it's because I'm inspired by something, and most of the time it's either because of a friend, or there was a situation in life, like a lot of inspirations hit when it comes to like me making music. But that night I ran home because I had this one song, like I just kept hearing this one melody in my head, and I had to rush home to do it. I was like, I have to do it, and I have to show it to him, and maybe if he likes it, like I'll send him the chords and everything and the music sheet for it, and he'll like play along with the piano. Like, in my head I envisioned it so dope. So I got home, I didn't even fucking shower, like literally ran home, got on the computer and just started recording this song. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put like all of my good luck beads into this one, because if he does like it, and if he can just hear like, okay, she wasn't fucking kidding, like she actually is, she's passionate about what she does, he might consider it. And I honestly, I really hope he does, because excuse me, this is going back to, y'all remember when the documentary came out Love from Sean.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I connected so much. Like it hit me so hard. Learning about like, you know, Sean's like musical side and the fact that he was in a band and he played all these instruments and all that. I honestly, something told me, I was like, just like, it inspired me to keep like pursuing that dream even more of becoming a musician. And I don't know why, I always just thought like it would be so cool to just, I'm not saying form of a band with the Twins, but like just once work on music, because I feel like that's just the one thing that brought me so close, you know, to them. And I love
The
it.
song is beautiful that you made. I listened
I
to it.
remember it.
anytime.
It was very heartfelt, really filled with emotions. Like it puts the hairs on your skin on edge.
Yeah, honestly, I just like, I couldn't find an exact word to explain how I felt or like how that whole day felt for me. And I just kept hearing a melody. If I don't find words, I'm gonna find a song or a sound that's gonna go connected to it.
Yeah,
So
But that just shows that you're a true musician.
I just
Because
play
you
whatever
can't-
came to
You
mind.
can't find it with words, but you will find it with music.
I loved it. I really hope he listens to it, and you know, if he does, then maybe he thinks, oh, like, you know, maybe I should work with her, or just, dude, I don't even care if it's a 30-second song, like a cover, anything. It's just so, you know, like I could say, you know, like if you really work, like obviously, you know, you work hard, there will be success, but it's always been a dream. And you know, I'm gonna quote Selena, not Gomez, Quintanilla. She says the impossible is always possible. So I feel like this is just one of the things that's going to be very possible one day, hopefully. So that was my
Absolutely.
experience.
Oh my god, I just relived this whole thing, and like I remember like from the minute you got on the train that I was on edge. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Like
I just felt so bad that like my phone died right after he followed. Well, after I told you guys, and I was like, okay guys, I'm on my way home. I felt so bad because I did take a little long to get home, because after that I went to go get something to eat. I haven't eaten that whole fucking day, and then, you know, I took the long way home and it was just a mess. But oh my god,
it was so funny because we stayed on FaceTime with the girls and we didn't even realize we were on FaceTime for like 2 hours. We were just talking and I looked at my phone and it was like 3 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck?
Beka, you really like trooped it out though, because you stayed up for hours.
I stayed up until 6 a.m. I was so hyped. I was like, there's no way I can sleep right now.
Hold on.
So
But then
hyped.
to like put the cherry on top of an amazing day, Ryan goes ahead and does the most coolest thing ever. Like, who wants to say it? Just someone say it. Just someone say it.
He followed our podcast on Twitter.
No, that part was so fucking dope, dude. Like,
Madison
my-
texted us telling us that fact, and I was like, you're
Like-
lying. You're so lying.
It was so
lying."
funny because I said like, oh, okay guys, I'm literally like, I'm trying to sleep now. Vilma will get home. Just make sure she like sends a voice note what happened, so I know. And then in that second, I put the phone down. I got these bunch of messages from Madison saying emergency. I'm like, shit, what happened to Vilma? I even hear like cold. I was like, shit, FaceTime, what happened? And then she's like there, like, oh my god, Ryan just followed the podcast. I was like, oh, shut up,
dude, I just won't ever forget that. I won't.
It's just so crazy because we literally like imagined, like when we started this podcast, we obviously were so inspired by the Twins and Ryan and their podcast that we even like joked about like one day, like what if Ryan is like, you know, on our podcast as like a guest, or like what if they see that we started a podcast and that they were our inspiration. I mean, they're literally the reason that we know each other. Like
it's so funny how we always like joked about Ryan, like Ryan's gonna listen to it, Ryan's going to like be there for us, and then he came through.
It's so amazing. It's just like the coolest feeling in the world, honestly.
I have a lot of respect for him.
I honestly, dude.
Yeah,
man.
same. I felt so grateful. I mean, like it's a follow, so like for some people it wouldn't mean much, but like for us, like, especially like for me, I can talk for myself, but like I felt so grateful that he took his time to follow and like show appreciation, like that what we are doing is going somewhere. And I don't know, I just felt so grateful for him that he did it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I mean, it was something really simple as clicking a button, but
I
thanks.
know.
If you're listening to this, thank you. You made our day
Thank
with
you.
that. You did.
honestly, and coming from, like, for me, like, whoever is listening, thank you, because you guys gave me my best friends and my sisters. Like, you guys, like, without you guys, like, this wouldn't have been possible. Like, outside of the podcast, like, you guys gave me, like, family, and for that I am eternally grateful, because I can't imagine my life without you guys at all.
Like
I can't imagine my week without talking to you guys. Like, I was going insane.
Seriously.
Exactly.
I love you guys.
Something
I love
like
you guys
something good happens to me, and like that's my first thing. Like, okay, I have to tell these three girls, and like whatever happened, like literally the tiniest thing in my life.
I just hope they know like their impact. Like, I know that they do a lot of good, but they probably don't understand just how deep it goes. Like,
The magnitude of it.
Like, I literally met you in person the other week, Vilma. Like, because we both watch the same people on YouTube, and it's because of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just how it comes like full circle. And I really believe that the twins and Ryan attract some of the best fans, like the best people.
Oh, 100%.
Because
And the most talented too.
They're such genuine people that they attract genuine people. So I've just met like the most amazing humans because
Exactly. And like the twins and Ryan radiates positivity, and they always talk about positivity, and they show positivity, so they're not just all talk, they actually do a lot as well. And people in the fandom who are actually genuinely there and caring and part of the fandom, they are same. So we try to do the same and preach positivity and all that, and I don't know, I just met the most amazing people through this fandom.
Amen.
Yeah,
And honestly,
I agree. And they gave me 3 sisters now. So
I love it.
I love
And
you guys.
for those of you wondering how they are in person, they are the same way. If it wasn't for this fucking pandemic, I would have, like, things would have been a little more different, but they are just as sweet, just as nice in person. So yeah.
Okay, so let's hop into the question segment of today's podcast. We kind of changed up kind of like the flow of today. We wanted it to be more like laid back and not really structured. But we asked you guys to send in some questions for us to answer on Twitter, and we each picked one to get into. So the one that I picked is from Melissa at Mel Is a Dancer, my girl. She asked, if you could hop on a plane and go anywhere tomorrow, where would you go? I have a lot of answers for this one, but I'm gonna try to narrow it down. I want to say, so I've already been here, but it was the most amazing place, the Maldives. If I could go back, I would go in a heartbeat. But I also really want to go to Puerto Rico for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
We both came in like, yeah.
But I have like this like dream that the three of us, like Vilma, Beka, and me, are gonna like go to Keishla, like to Puerto Rico together.
Oh fuck
oh
yeah.
my god. I would cry.
I have to go. Are you kidding me? I have to go. And Keishla, like,
I will lose it in Spanish.
And she says, lose it in Spanish. Keishla, I would want you to bring me, like, if we do go, actually, you know what? When we will go, because we will go. Keishla, I want you to bring, like, to see if you can bring me to where I was born.
You got it.
Like,
Deal.
Since you know the way it's out there, I want you to bring. I haven't been there since I was born, guys. So
done.
So Keisha's gonna be my
like a
little tour guide.
Okay, that's a plan.
Thank you, Melissa, for your question. So I'm gonna pass it to Keishla.
Yikes. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper with my question. My question was my question was from Nafisa or Nafi at naf_is_a_meme. And her question is, the most romantic thing someone has done for you. Usually I feel like the answer to the question when I ask it to other people, it's like something related to something material. And my answer has nothing to do with anything material at all. I'm gonna take it way back to high school. I remember this guy sat me down, and I quote, we were talking, having a conversation, and I quote, he said, you know, the thing that made me fall in love with you the most is your smile. You have a smile that can light up your world. it can light up a room. And please, please, please never hide that smile. And I was the kind of person who was very insecure about myself. I'm not proud of that, but it is what it is. But with his words, and I hope he listens to this one day and he knows who he is, I appreciate you. Thank you for that, because that was a moment of turn of events for me, because it helped me shape me into the confident person and like spontaneous, always smiling person that I am today. And I really appreciate that. Like right now, I'm really comfortable with my smile. I actually learned to adore my dimples, which I didn't like, and now I do. And like, thank you for that. And that is the most romantic thing somebody has ever done for me. Aww. Nothing to do with anything material. It was
Keishla,
just that simple thing.
Keishla, I live for your smile. Like 100%. Like you are just perfect. You are like, you're like God sent, Keishla. And I love the fact that, you know, like you're here now at like that stage in your life. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you for him. Thank you for the question too. I loved it. So I'm going to turn it down to Beka.
Oh, so my question is a bit deep too, but I'm not going to go very deep in it. So my question is from Santi with 3 eyes at the end at Sister and Back. And her question was that what motivates me? I picked this question because I'm working on my dissertation, and honestly, like I need tons of motivation. And what motivates me, that I had this dream of becoming a profiler and work with criminals. It sounds crazy, but I had this dream since I was 12, and now I'm at the finish line almost. So it motivates me so much to finish it and to prove to little Beka that I could do it. And I want to give a speech one day, like I want to give a TED talk one day, and that's my big dream. And I just want to say at the end that, guys, if I could dream it and do it, then you can too.
So I love that.
This line really motivates me. Like I could dream it, and now I'm doing it, and I am going to do it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
That's yours, Lee.
Do it.
Nah. Madison picked up on it. But no, Beka, I am so proud of you. Like honestly, I love the fact that, you know, you're going this hard, and I want to listen to that TED Talk. So whenever you're doing that, let a bitch
front line.
Okay. So my question comes from, I hope I'm not mistaken, but it's V with like a line in it, so I'm just gonna assume it's a V, or probably an upside down A, but the @ is gray_xe, and her question is, what's your type of first date? A fancy dinner, or like an adventure, or anything else? I have to say, like, for if it was me, well, obviously it is me, my type of first date, I definitely want to do something adventurous. I'm not the type to be like to get all dolled up and go eat. Honestly, like no one, like I don't mind being wined and dined, but you know, like I've always been an adventurous person, and I love going somewhere where, you know, I can like explore, you know, so to say, like, you know, fuck let's go like doing dinner, or like going to movies, like let's go on a hike, like let's go to like a beach, or let's go explore.
Absolutely.
Like I love hiking, so it's like if a first date could be a hiking trip, like that would be dope as fuck. Or like going to the beach. When I was younger, I used to surf, so like that, if that could happen, that would be cool. But like, you know, if I were to go like on a dinner date, like it would still be romantic and it would be amazing, but you know, like I would much rather do an adventurous date. Like let's do something crazy.
You can find out someone's real personality during an adventure, rather than sitting in a dinner and like forced conversations. Like that kills my mood so much. Like I don't care who sits in front of me. If I have to have a forced conversation over some fancy dinner I don't even like, goodbye.
But can you imagine like how dope that would be? Like, you know, you go on this hike, and then like, you know, you get to the top of like the mountain, you have the view, and then that's where you have your first kiss.
Stop it.
You know what I mean?
Also, you can tell somebody, like a guy's or a girl's, whatever, creativity by the kind of date that they like.
Absolutely.
100%. So, whoever is interested in taking me on a date, please take me on a date. Let's do something adventurous.
I'm desperate. I'm lonely.
I'm lonely. Dude, I am lonely.
I felt that. Felt that.
Okay, so to wrap it up, I think this is going to be a question that we can all answer as a group. And this question comes from Ashley. Her @ is Granted Ethan with 2 N's at the end. Her question is, for all the ladies, whose idea was it to start a podcast? By the way, I love you ladies so much. I love you too, and thank you for your question. Now, you know what, Keishla, you might want to take the floor on this one because we're here because of you, girl. We're here because of you.
Exactly.
Okay, I think we said this on the first episode too, but it was basically this all came from literally a dream. I dreamt once that I was sitting down with these 4 powerful, amazing girls just having amazing conversations, mics up our faces, funny, diverse, great, and we seemed, you know what's freaking me out? I'm having chills right now. We seemed like really into it, really together, really united, like we've been doing it for years. And right now it's a month and it's exactly the same energy as in that dream, which is crazy to me, and it's astounding.
Thank God for that dream.
I'm just so grateful that you had this dream. I feel like these things happen for a reason, dude. Like, we were meant to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were meant to be here. We were meant to, like, this was also with Melissa and Abby and all the other people that, like, reached out to us saying that, we made their day better. We made them laugh. Like, dude, that's... Just to hear that fuels me, that heals me on the inside, like that brings me joy.
Like, I'm all about positivity, so like if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I always tweet about positivity, and like I try to give out a daily like positive quote because it helps me going. And like I know that if at least one person thinks about life differently on that day, I made like that is my goal achieved. And with this podcast, I'm definitely feeling the same, that we are making people's days, like the day after or the same day the podcast gets out and you guys get back to us with like tags and tweets and how much you liked it and all that. It just honestly puts me in the biggest mood.
100%.
I love when you tweet out like it helped you in a way, and I'm like, yes, this was the reason why we started this was this.
Yeah.
To help. I mean, the best part is that like we all seem so similar, but we have so many differences, and I love that individually we all like kind of cover on certain situations, like Madison can hit on like the intimate parts, Keishla can come from like a different perspective, or Beka can do something talking about whatever, and then like I come in with the comedy or something. Like it's the fact that we're all coming together, even though we have so many similarities and so many differences. Like we're all coming together and we're like forming like almost this one person, and it's just so beautiful that we can do that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like I didn't think that we are gonna go this far and like this many people will like us, and honestly it's just something I never thought it would happen, and then it happened, and it's just amazing.
So for those of you listening, like thank you, like honestly, like thank you, like I can't thank you enough. And thank you for riding for a month. I'm gonna jack this until the next month. Like thank you. Like you got us as friends, and like we love you.
I also want to hear Madison's input on this question too.
Okay, what question?
The one we were just talking about.
Welcome to the podcast, Madison.
Yes. Wait, but the question was how it started, and you already answered it.
Yeah, but then we talked about like how it impacted you.
Madison, you good? You good?
Girl? I mean, y'all know I'm not good.
We doing bloopers? Please tell me yes.
Fuck it, it'll stay in. Madison's just like,
Maddie has the worst back pain, and we all
get a champ for doing this.
Props to Madison. I threw my back out yesterday, so I've literally been horizontal all day long, taking like painkillers.
Okay.
Just
comment down hearts for Madison if you like appreciate her.
Yes, please.
But no, you guys don't have to do that. But you guys basically said like everything. Like I even told Keishla this today, that we all bring something different. Like we all have our like pros and cons and like weaknesses and strengths. But like where my weakness is, you guys have that in strengths. So it's like Vilma just said, we kind of all balance each other out and create like the perfect little squad and like become one. So yeah, like, you know, one day I might not be able to talk as much as I usually do because I'm in so much pain, but I know you guys got me.
I always got you, girl. We're like a beautiful bouquet of friendship.
Exactly.
Or like a very delicious jambalaya, a vegan jambalaya.
Vegan.
A vegan jambalaya. Let's get that shit correct.
Can I be the vegan sausage?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
You're my little veggie patty.
Can I be the almond milk?
The fuck?
You don't
Whatever.
put almond milk in jambalaya, girl. Where you at?
Eating.
I don't know what when jambalaya is, so it's sue me.
Oh no.
Ay, Dios mío. I'll send you a picture later. It's like you know what it is? It's gonna be a little Spanish. It's like a locrio. You know what a locrio is? It's like a rice with everything in it. Like a
But
sopao.
isn't that like a sopao? Okay, gotcha.
It's like a sopao, but it's like more cooked.
Okay.
So yeah, a vegan jambalaya because we got different spices and herbs. And let me shut the fuck up because now I'm making myself hungry.
I was just gonna say that it's like nearly 10 o'clock and it's actually past 10 o'clock and I'm hungry. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So
Well,
I think it's time that we get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I think it's about time that we dip.
Thank you guys for listening. We love you as always, and thank you for your support. We appreciate you so much.
We love you. Thank you for riding with us. And
thank you for the questions. We really had a tough time picking them out.
y'all really sent them some really good ass questions, but yeah, thank you for fucking with us because we fuck with you back. We love you.
We'll see
And
you.
We love you
Love
guys.
you
We'll see you
guys.
next time.
Love you,
Bye.
fam.
Mwah.